How to market yourself as a brand new real estate agent. What I want to talk to you about today is exactly how to market and brand yourself as a new agent. When I got into real estate back in 2017, I was not from the city. I was only 24 years old. I had no sphere, no network, and no experience or knowledge. But I was able to become a top producer in my very first year as a real estate agent solely from marketing, branding, and putting in relentless work. But one of the biggest things that helped me was having and developing a strong brand, as well as understanding how to present and market myself as a brand new agent. So what I'm going to do today is share with you exactly the 5 things I did in order to market and brand myself as a brand new agent. What's up, guys? It's Mike Sherrard. Thanks so much for tuning in as always. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you do get value from this, please just give it a thumbs up. It keeps me inspired to put out content every single week for you. Now, again, what I want to talk about is building your brand and marketing yourself as a new agent. The first thing I want to talk about is answering a very specific question. If you've watched my channel for long enough, you'll know that I've talked about this a couple different times. There's one specific question that you need to be able to answer as a brand new agent, which is going to seem quite difficult, but it can be done. Why would somebody work with you versus the #1 agent in your city? I know that sounds crazy, and I know that it seems like something impossible to do as a brand new agent. I mean, why would somebody work with somebody that just got their license versus somebody that maybe closes over $1 million in deals a year? But you do have to be able to answer that question, because you might go up against the top agent in your market and you don't want to lose that listing. And the next 4 things I'm going to talk about are going to help make sure that you know how to answer that question. But what this boils down to, this one question, is it boils down to you understanding your unique value proposition, what makes you different, what you're going to do differently. For me as a new agent, I was able to discuss what I was going to do differently with marketing, with exposure, with Facebook ads, with social media, in order to get more eyes on their home, in order to get the most amount of exposure, because we're in a tough market here. So you really need to take a step back. And if you cannot answer that question, you need to get back to the drawing board. So as a new agent, really reflect on that. But going forward in the next 4 things, it'll help you bring that together. Number 2 is knowing your market stats. Listen, if you speak with confidence and you know the answers to people's questions, they're not even going to ask you how long you've been in the real estate industry. So what you need to be doing is, for about 30 minutes every single day, studying the market stats. Usually every city has a monthly market report that you can check out. You can download. It's publicly available, and it will show you all of the information about inventory, sales, listings, broken down by detached, attached, condo, apartment. And you really need to study those stats, because what happens is, as a new agent, as you start to have more conversations, people are going to say, well, hey, Mike, I'm looking to buy in this certain community. How's it performing right now? And if you can't answer that question, you might have just lost that conversation or that potential client. It's not that you need to memorize every single number for every single community in your city, but you need to have a general idea. But me, for example, Calgary split up to 4 quadrants as well as a downtown core. So if somebody said, Mike, I'm interested in buying a property in Auburn Bay in the southeast of Calgary, I would at least know and be able to speak with confidence about how the general market's doing there based on stats. So being able to say, hey, if you're looking to buy around 500,000 to 700,000, detached has been doing quite well. But if you're looking to get an attached property, it's been a bit slower, and condos are really slow. But if you go sub 500,000, then attached gets a little better. So you just need to be able to explain and communicate the value of your market properly. And when you're able to communicate very good, well-structured, thorough answers that give people the confidence that you know your stuff, you know your market, you know your stats, that's going to, again, help them overcome the fact that you're a new agent, and it's not even going to become a point of contingency. Number 3, leverage your brokerage or team stats. And a lot of people, again, get into the industry and say, well, I don't have any listings. So if they ask me how many listings have I sold in this certain market, you don't have to use your listings. You can use your brokerage listings, your team listings. So if somebody said, again, using the example previously, that Mike, I'm looking to sell a property in Auburn Bay in the southeast of Calgary, how many listings have you had here? Or how many properties have you sold here? You can say, instead of I have sold none, you can say we, referring to your brokerage or your team, have sold 30 in the last year, 50 in the last year. We've just listed 3 this month. You can use we instead of I, and that's going to allow you to leverage your brokerage stats in order to give you more credibility because you are a part of your brokerage, and no agent owns a listing, brokerages own the listing. And this is really going to help build up that credibility for you because you guys are a team, you are working together, and if you need to bring somebody in, you can, but ultimately understanding how to leverage the key KPIs of your brokerage, meaning previously at my old brokerage, we had the lowest days on market in the city. So that was, again, a really cool thing that I didn't say I have the lowest days on market in the city. I could say we, meaning our brokerage, has the lowest average days on market in the city. And that was, again, leveraging something that you have the ability to do as a brand new agent. Number 4, actively using social media. You really want to build your brand, establish your brand. And I do have a video that I'll link above, which clearly explains how to build your brand as a real estate agent. But you want to make sure that you develop, create, build, grow your brand using social media and also attract clients using social media. So one of the best things that you can do as a new agent, if you were looking to market yourself, is again, do the things that any new agent can do. If you want to attract clients at scale, click the link above and I'll actually include a video that shows you exactly how to do that at scale. But there's various videos that anybody can do to attract clients. Using Toronto, for an example, you could create as a brand new agent a video, moving to Toronto, 5 things you need to know, 5 things you didn't know about Toronto, cost of living in Toronto, Toronto city tour. Then you can go down to communities. You can do a community tour for the communities that you're interested in farming. You have endless abilities to attract a ton of clients for free using video. And I've got a number of agents on my team. And if you want to talk one-on-one about partnering with me, click the link below in the description. But a number of agents on my team are brand new agents in brand new markets with 0 experience that are attracting multiple deals every single month with proven videos on YouTube. So actively leveraging social media is going to allow people to search you. It's going to allow people to find you. It's going to give them a good impression that you're leveraging modern strategies, and is going to be a way for you to differentiate yourself, but also to attract a lot of clients with almost no budget. And number 5 is being able to discuss the modern strategies whenever you're talking to somebody or in a listing presentation. So what I mean by that is, again, what I used to do when I was ever networking is people would say, well, Mike, what do you do? And instead of just saying I'm a realtor, I would say I do creative work in the real estate space. And that really piqued people's curiosity because they would say, well, what is creative work in the real estate space? I would say I help people get their homes sold for more money in less time using creative and innovative social media strategies in order to get more exposure. And by being able to clearly define the modern strategies that newer agents are likely going to have a good handle on if you study it, it gives you an opportunity to separate yourself from other agents that are all doing the same. Similarly, in listing presentations, to market yourself as a brand new agent, again, talk about the stuff that you know that most agents are behind the curve on, like modern strategies using Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, things like that. So there's a bunch of different ways that you can really market yourself, and you don't have to be so self-conscious of being a new agent. You have a lot of knowledge. You know more about real estate than the majority of the public. So if you can channel that information into specific things that are going to show your knowledge and demonstrate what you're going to do for people, that's really going to help you build momentum as a brand new agent. So I'd love to know what you think. Drop a comment below and let me know if you're looking to get into the real estate industry. Otherwise, thanks so much for tuning in. As always, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next time.